What's going on, everyone? I hope you're very well. I hope you're having a very nice day. Today, we're gonna shoot this very short video. You can see here that I've got Mexican blue pine. The scientific name for this is Pinus Maximartinezii. You can see it in the description box. And like I said, this is a Mexican blue pine. I think it's endemic to Mexico. I'm not sure if it's also growing in the United States. But yeah, it's very cool, very hardy, and the pine nuts are edible, and they're very, very big. And so today, what we're gonna do is very, very simple. We're just gonna clean all of these, dead needles. This is what happens with pines when they start growing and the branches begin to elongate. What happens is that the needles at the back start to die off. And so if you want air circulation, if you want the light reaching the lower branches and all of those places where new needles can emerge, it's a very good idea to remove those so light and air can flow freely. Yeah. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. And we're also going to talk a little bit about the substrate. And, I've got several of these, so we're going to see shots of them. And I transplanted them a couple of weeks ago, so we'll see how they're doing. Yeah, so I'm going to put the camera down, and I'm just going to start this very, very short video. Okay, so here I go. Maybe we can come in a little bit closer, and you're going to see my hands, but, the main thing is that we get to see what's going on. And it's, very, very easy. You just come in and carefully, while holding it in place, because it was, like I said, recently transplanted, we just remove the old needles. And after this, we're going to have a pretty good idea on the structure of the plant. So that's another one of the benefits that come by cleaning your trees of dead leaves, dead needles, and whatnot. Okay, so some of the little needles are actually still very firmly attached to the little branches, and that just means that they just very recently died or stop being functional to the plant. So I'm going to leave those so that in the future we can come in and continue with the process. Yeah. So being completely honest with you, I intend to sell a couple of them as they are, just as they are. So you can be the one that ultimately shapes them and, applies the first wiring, starts pruning them, fertilizing them in spring. But I'm going to keep one of them so that we can, in the channel, work with the species. Yeah. I had one before and it was growing very well. But again, being completely honest with you, there were a lot of things that I didn't know about pines back then. And so even though it was a very big specimen from these species, it ended up dying. I was really, really down when it happened because it was already like 2 years old with me. So that's pretty much it. I have to do the same process with all of them. I've got like 19 because I gave one to my girlfriend. But yeah, they're very, very cool. So look at that. Immediately starts to look like something out of nothing. And I want to show you this needles here on the top of the tree. You can see how, like I was saying, as the tree elongates and the branches elongate, the needles start to die off. But these ones are still very green. So that means they're still alive and still functional to the little plant. Yeah. So that's it. That's all what we're going to do. That's all we're going to do today. In the future, I'm going to show you how they evolve and how they continue to thrive in this little, training pots. So like I said, the substrate is very, very simple. It's a mixture of a mineral, absorbent mineral, 70% of it, and then the rest, it's a mixture of what's his name? Sorry, I forgot. Well, it can be anything, organic matter that absorbs water and holds nutrients. So it could be cocoa peat. Oh, peat moss. Peat moss. It could be peat moss, or in this case, it's cocoa coir, cocoa dust, or cocoa peat, whatever. It's readily available and can be used. So yeah, that's what I'm using. 70-30. In the future, if you want to put a little bit of organic fertilizer on top, or maybe even chemical fertilizer, being careful with it, it's perfectly fine. Yeah. So we're done with this little guy. Let's see the others. I forgot to tell you at the beginning of the video, but if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, to my second YouTube channel about terrariums and aquariums. It's called Fishbowls and Musgo. It will also be down in the description box. And I want to show you this little guy because this is the latest project that we worked on. And we worked with a species that is very popular for bonsai. Nigel Saunders has had terrific Serissa, and here we are working with one in this little micro paludarium. Yeah, we can see that the moss is nice and thriving. I took a little Serissa cutting, and it's there. You can see it growing. So that goes to show that Serissa is a plant that it grows very well from cuttings. You can see the underwater part here. If you know your aquarium stuff, this is Bacopa. That one over there is Bucephalandra. And this one over here that looks like a little patch of reeds, it's Eliocharis. Yeah. And of course, you have to have a little snail that cleans up the gunk that forms in the surface, and the little algae that grow on the plants as well. Anyway, so if you haven't already, please subscribe to my terrarium channel. Yeah, if you want to see videos like these. Yeah. Okay, so let's continue with the pines. So here we are. We can see that we got another one over here. Same thing, we gotta remove all of those needles that have died off. Another one over here. You can see the bluish color, and the reason why it's called the Mexican blue pine. More over here. That one over there. That one has got a lot of dead needles. So yeah, we got to remove them. This is sort of like the pine corner, because look, we got a Japanese black pine seedling, Japanese black pine seedling, Japanese black pine seedling. Look at this one. Another one, of course, black pine. But this one is really vigorous. This one I really, really like. Yeah. And Deodar cedar cutting, Japanese black pine seedling. And of course, these little guys that we've already worked on. Yeah. So we got another blue pine over there. Let's see. The one we just worked on. The little loopy pines. And we got a couple more here. Yeah, so if you're in Mexico, you can send me a message and I can sell you one of these, give you a special price. But yeah, like I said, my intention is to sell a couple after they've been established. Another one over there, and you can use them as a very good starting material. Yeah. And of course our little root over rock juniper. This is doing very, very well. It's really grown in. I really like it. And our red oak. The leaves are just starting to turn red, which is crazy because autumn, it's way behind us now. Spring is ahead, so yeah, it goes to show that it's different in every place. Anyway, so I hope you liked this very short video. If you haven't already, subscribed to this channel, to my terrarium channel. more videos coming. Any questions, doubts, anything, drop them down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.